Vishnu.
What is up?
How's it going?
It's good.
No, actually, last time we decided we will not do this whole formality thing as if we're meeting after ages. We were literally hanging out while
All
our
day.
amazing production team was setting all this up. But okay, let me start with a very simple question.
Yeah.
Did you always know you're going to be a drummer?
No, actually.
Okay, so when did that happen? What was the moment where you were like, okay, that's it. This is all I want to do for the rest of my life.
Okay, so there's steps to this. For me, being like drumming is what I want to do for the rest of my life. That was once I came here to Sam
Okay.
and found out that there is a world of working in music.
No, but even before that, we were like playing and we were gigging and touring.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
then like back then I was doing Viscom in Loyola.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be like a cinematographer, a photographer, or like something along those lines. But it's only after I came here and got this whole experience that I was like, oh yes, I want to do this. For the
So
rest of my life.
basically, you're saying before you came to Sam, I know you were into like photography and of course you were doing Viscom at Loyola, but you mean to tell me that till then you thought that's what your career would be and this would kind of be like a hobby thing? Oh, it's interesting because I think most people, myself included, like as soon as we met you, we kind of assumed that this guy is, probably gonna at least want to do this and not anything else.
No, I still was of the mindset that I would be doing music all my life, but not necessarily as a career.
Right. So basically, the career choices became seemed a lot more viable and accessible once
Yeah, once I was in
you
Sam.
here came. Nice, awesome. And tell me about your influences in music.
My influences keep changing
When you
every other
started?
week, every other
When
day.
you started?
Started was rifling through my dad's old CD collection, finding a bunch of really cool music in there.
That's
Like-
how young he is.
Yeah.
When someone says I was rifling through my dad's old CD collection, that's how old Vishnu is.
Yeah,
Please continue.
Yeah. But like he had Megadeth, Rust in Peace. He had some Led Zeppelin cassettes actually. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, like a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, your dad was like a legit.
Yeah,
he is a
was.
legit metalhead.
Yeah. No. Actually, he was. Then he kind of went down the country road for a while, and then now since because of me, he's getting back into it a little bit.
Nice.
Here and there.
Nice.
But yeah, it's through that I discovered metal. I was like, whoa, music can be this heavy. It can make me feel things. It can make me want to like stand up and roar and fight and like charge into battle and
Why
whatever.
drums?
Okay, simple reason being, I like in school everyone wants to start a band. I wanted to start a band. I just wanted to be in a band.
Right.
There were already guitarists in my school.
Of course.
There were already tons of vocalists in my school.
Of course, and some
I didn't
guitarists were
even
vocalists.
know what the bass was.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
where's bass? I don't hear it. And the drums just seemed cool, and like listening to like as I said, Pantera and Megadeth, Slayer, stuff like that. Like I want to be able to replicate that. Listening to like thrash, like 80s thrash and like new wave of British heavy metal bands, like even Iron Maiden and Priest and stuff, and just that whole like the thumping of the kick drums just like resonating through my entire body.
Right.
I'm like, I want to make that happen to people.
The aggressive nature of
Yeah.
metal music is what.
And I was an angry kid. I was just like full of angst and just like edgy all the time.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, it was a good outlet for me actually.
Nice. So were you a good student in music school, both here and in Berklee?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm not blowing my own trumpet or anything, but I did my work. And
Is that something you expect from your students as well? Do you think you're?
yes,
Do you think
absolutely.
you're strict about it?
I think I can be stricter, but I think I'm just about striking that good balance now
Okay.
between strict and fun.
Okay. So tell me what's the new? I mean, so one thing what I really appreciate about you is that you're always discovering new music.
Yeah.
Right. Like you're consciously hunting new music. Like most of the music that most of us that we listen to, it's like, okay, someone, like you listen to something, you show it to me, someone else listens to something, they show it to me, I find something, I show it to someone. But I think you have like these obscure sources of finding weird music. So what's the latest weird music you found?
Latest weird music. So like, uh, as for sources, I just go on to like Pitchfork or Needle Drop, which is a YouTube channel, or like Heavy Blog, which is another blog which does like music reviews, monthly music reviews, and also like albums of the year and stuff like that. And I keep in touch through that. Lately, I've been listening to a super weird band called Black Midi.
Black Midi.
Yeah, I've been like on and off with them over the past year, but like been listening to them a lot this past month. Sons of Kemet, I think I spoke to you about them last time. This really crazy math rock band called Luo, which is just like a two-piece. It's like a synth guy and a drummer. Just make all these crazy sounds. And the Callous Dow Boys, another mathcore band.
The Callous
Dow Boys. It's like a play on the Dallas Cowboys, which is a baseball team.
Okay.
Pupil Slicer. Like I'm into like the super aggressive stuff. Also, just like kind of trying to like cover all grounds with what I listen to. Like,
what about polyrhythms appeals to you the most? Because like I like to think like I play with some of like the best metal drummers that I know who are around me.
Right.
And one thing obviously like really really unique about your style of playing is that of course the whole aggressive thing is there, but your ability and your interest to really dive into polyrhythms,
stuff like that.
Shit,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just takes you by surprise. And that's what I like about polyrhythms, because like how do I move my head? Like which rhythm do I latch on to? Which is why Meshuggah. And I know like for you as well, Meshuggah, if you're watching this,
if Meshuggah is watching,
if Thomas Hake is watching this, please bless me, like on the spot.
If Thomas Hake is watching this, whoever's promoting this video is probably gonna get a promotion, I guess. Yeah. But
like,
make sure this reaches Thomas Hake.
But that was one of the like most profound eureka moments in music for me, like listening to Meshuggah for the first time.
Yeah, same.
Because I heard A Rational Gaze for the first time, and I think the same analogy I think like you also mentioned a while back. I heard it and I thought the CD was skipping. I thought there was some glitch that's happening. Like, am I listening to this right? Is what's going on correct? And then I was like, nope, I'm not listening to that again. That's trash. I hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then I went and listened to it again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
The hands are going in.
It's actually a pattern. It's actually making sense. Yeah,
it
same thing with me, except
sense.
it was with Future Breed Machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. First, someone showed it to me saying that, okay, there's this really technical band and they do like some odd time stuff, and I heard it like and I was like, this is like unnecessarily like complicated. Like why would you do that? There's no feel. Like listen to Seek and Destroy. It has but then obviously we progress.
It's all about the feel, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta feel it, bro.
No, but you can feel.
Like you can feel odd meters as well.
Yeah, of course. But
Meshuggah did that for me. Carbomb is doing that for me now.
Same.
Recently. Like, I feel they take the Meshuggah formula and add to it.
Yeah.
Not.
They're one of the few bands that actually have taken that Meshuggah element and taken it somewhere.
Yes.
Taken it in a different direction from what Meshuggah is.
Yeah.
Doing.
So the whole thing with Carbomb, right? So Meshuggah, they have all these odd meters going on underneath, and on top of it is a 4/4. It's still a 16th note related pulse. It's like 1E and a 2E and a 3E and sometimes they'll have a triplet pulse, but like that's the most they do. But Carbomb, like the pulses go in, they go in 4 a lot of the time. They switch to 3s with the same underlying rhythm. They switch to 5s, 7s. Perfect example of that is Lights Out by Carbomb. They have like a pattern in 10 where they're playing groups of 6 and then they resolve and then bring it down to groups of 5, then 4, then 3, and it's just amazing what they do.
Also, they also do like what I would say is like the harmonic equivalent of a polyrhythm. wherein the chord changes are happening with the pulse, but they're playing, their right hand is kind of playing on a different pulse.
Yeah.
They do that. I think it's done in sets and a few songs. Yeah, Car Bomb is obviously very cool also. So talk to me about konokol, because of all the teachers who have taught at SAM,
Yep.
the drum teachers especially, I think of all the teachers, you're probably like the one guy I know who kind of incorporates konokol into the reading rhythms classes, into the, basically even when you're talking, like even when sometimes when we'll be like, okay, let's guess what this time signature is. You're one of the few guys I know who actually counts it in konokol.
In konokol, yeah.
Like I try to do that as well, but like most people don't. So let's talk about that.
Hot take, and this is for like every music school, every educator, every like person who like teaches the basics of music theory, just start using konokol. It is so much easier, it's so much more conducive to like speak rhythms, and it starts like using konokol, it starts to become more than just like a counting method, like 1 E and a 2 E and
that's just it's
like
if I'm
going fast, 1 E and a 2 E and a
you can't say it. And imagine what happens with 7 when you try to count it, remember?
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E.
No, the 7,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
And the thing is okay, fine, music school, that's something to maybe laugh about or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's something that actually, it seems like a very, genuine mistake. It can happen. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is a flaw in counting it like that. Or you can do ka 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 ka, but then you don't know where you are.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is, with konokol there is especially for metal musicians.
Yes.
You remember when we were both studying here and we went to Carnatic with
New Millennium
Cyanide Crash. So till that point, I was never able to figure out the opening. Of course, everyone can get the taka taka ta ta taka taka ta ta.
That's fine.
That everyone can do the ta ta taka ta ta taka taka taka. Everyone gets that.
Yeah.
It's that intro riff which is so weird, and I remember. Do
we finish it?
Yeah, but the thing is, Karthik broke it down.
Yeah.
Right? Because the cool thing with konokol is it's not like you're actually accenting even the chugs for guitar. Because you're going takitatang and you're playing ta-ta-ta-ta. Right? It's not ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. It's not takita-takita-takita-takita. It's takitatang, takitatang, takitatang.
But tang is just takita.
Tang is just takita. It's basically 3. But if it's accented, you say tang. The other thing is, when he broke it into konokol and wrote it on a board, that's when I understood the whole displacement thing that Meshuggah does. Right? So basically, even if you just have 4, 4, 4, 4, and you just take one from the first 4 and put it in the end, and then it becomes 3, 4, 4, 4, 1. So it's still the same thing. The whole displacement thing becomes so clear once you have konokol in place. So like like what they would do is, let's say they have.
Okay, so you're thinking of it starting at tang tam tam, and the takita is just like the end. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So stuff like that also. For example, like, man, it's kind of almost frustrating when metal people don't know it and they're doing they're already doing such complicated stuff. I'm like, just you're already doing it.
But here's the thing, like a lot of really like stalwart metal bands, like a lot of like really experienced musicians in metal bands, they have their own system, which and they just like just sing out the riffs. I know like so many drummers, so many like amazing metal drummers who like they just like sing it out as to how they
that works for you.
Like that works,
But the thing is, with konokol, you get to do the same thing, but then it's also like a language, because you could communicate that to someone. Right? And for example, when I say tang, you know it's takita. But if I say payong, you don't know what that means. Right? So
So that and that's like actually the best thing about konokol, because it makes this whole music theory transcend from just like music theory. It's now a language. You just learn the language, and once you learn how to speak the language, it's like fireworks to start.
Especially like gent bands and the modern whole the 0011 0000011, that kind of stuff. That's like that's this for konokol. Also, I remember like the whole way, like the way it's grouped.
Yeah.
Like a 7, you actually break it down. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 3 or it's either a 3 and a 4 or a 4 and 3 or a 2 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1 or a 3 and a 3 and a 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So the fact that while reciting the 7, I'm also breaking down how it's broken down, so to speak. That's something which is pretty cool about konokol. But has let's switch lanes. Konokol is awesome. But has the Carnatic, have you ever been into melodic or harmonic stuff at all?
So here's the thing. I appreciate it. Like obviously I can, with the melodic and harmonic stuff, I use it more, and I use whatever little harmonic knowledge I know to help me with the drums. As in, like, I hear a chord progression, and depending on like how it's going, I'm like, okay, I should play a more closed, a more staccato-y sound over here as opposed to a big washy sound. Like sometimes certain chords like ask for like big washy open sounds. Sometimes like certain progressions want it to be minimal, want it to be like a little more sharp, staccato, short. And it's more intuitional for me, the whole melodic and harmonic thing. I'm not well versed in it theoretically, but I just trust my ears, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what's on the horizon for you now, musically?
Musically? Yeah. On the horizon? More teaching. Thanks to Sam, thanks to being here as a faculty, I've like all my life I've been like, playing drums is like the best feeling ever, and like I want to do that for the rest of my life and stuff. But like it's only after I started teaching over here, it's like I've started to develop this equal amount of passion for teaching. And it's great because like it keeps me updated, it keeps me having to be the best version of myself musically and as a teacher for my students. That makes sense at all.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I still play for bands. If anyone watching this, I play for Godless, Man-Eating Orchid, and Chennai with me and Siddharth. I also do session work. Currently doing session work for the F-16s. And yeah, just trying to put myself out there as much as possible. I guess, yeah.
Yeah. One piece of advice that you would give to all aspiring musicians.
Practice. Stay hydrated. Breathe. Don't forget.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Because shit. That's pretty important.
Well, you asked me for 1. I gave you 3.
Yeah.
But like, in general, just keep practicing. Trust in the process. Learn to enjoy the process. It's always like, this is a quote from one of my favorite books. Journey before destination. So learn to enjoy the journey, and that's how you'll before you know it, you'll be like much further from when you started.
Last thing I'm gonna ask you is, this is just out of the blue. I want to know one absolutely random fact about you.
I'm double jointed. I can do like twist my fingers.
But I know that.
Dislocate
okay, actually, yeah, that's a cool thing. Can you show that on camera? The whole thing.
I dislocate my finger. I can also turn it inwards, and there you have a snail. I can do all sorts of balloon animals with my hands. So there's the snail. Here's the crouching man. There is the dreadlock coming up, or the braid, whatever you think so, and so much more than that, huh? Oh yeah, the recycle sign. Yeah. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What?
Yeah. See?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Thanks a lot. I think we should acknowledge the fact that this is the second time we've tried to do this, because the first time we just were not able to talk this formally.
There's still more questions you could ask me, but like...
No, I will save it for another podcast. We'll do one with you on the drums.
Oh yeah.
We'll demonstrate some stuff. Cool. That'll be more fun.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Take care, Vishnu.
Take care.